They Went Left by Monica Hess. For Andrew, my own little brother. The last time I saw Abek. Barbed wire, rusty metal knots. I was being transferred. We all were. We lucky girls who could still sew and still stand. And as the guards marched us past the men's side of the camp, the men were lining up for roll call. Our eyes scrambled over them, greedy, searching the living skeletons for our fathers and cousins. We were good at whispering without making a sound by then. We were good at reading lips. Rosen, Nervis. We girls mouthed, passing family surnames through the fence like prayers. Are there any Rosens from Krakow, from Lodz? His cheeks were still round. His eyes were still clear. I noticed that. The older men must have been giving him bread. In the beginning, at least, we would sometimes do that for the youngest among us. I saw a healthy Abek and gave thanks for all the times I'd given bread to anyone's sister in my own barracks. A barter with the universe that someone else should be doing the same for my brother. Abek Liederman, I mouthed to the girl next to me, third row. She took his name and whispered it through the fence, and on the other side, I saw the men part, reaching for his shoulders and pushing him closer. I knew we would have no more than a few seconds, barely enough time for me to grab his hand or pass him something. What did I have to pass? Why hadn't I saved half a potato or a piece of string? Ahead of me, a woman stopped to take a rock from her shoe. Stupid. This guard would hit you for such an infraction. Any of them would. As soon as the woman bent, the guard brought her mallet down on the woman's back and she yelled in pain. But as she cried out, she also looked back at me, and I understood this delay was a gift. This delay would give me enough time to speak to my brother. Zofia, he cried, where are they taking you? I don't know, I mouthed. I could already feel tears pooling my eyes, but bit them back so as to not waste time. I reached for his hand through the fence, his little boy fist that I could still cup my palm around. Abek to Sofia, I told him. A to Z, he said back. When I find you again, we will fill our alphabet, and we will be whole, and everything will be fine. I promise I will find you. This is the version I have dreams of sometimes, clear as day, sharp as a needle, so I can see every hair on his head. And when I dream this same scene, Abek nods at my promise, like he trusts me, like he believes me. For a moment, I feel at peace. But then something changes. Then Dream Abek's face twists and his words come out pained. Something happened, this Abek says, but we don't have to talk about it yet. An unforgettable story brimming with mystery, sorrow, love, and hope. Germany, 1945. The soldiers who liberated the Gross Rosen concentration camp said the war was over, but nothing feels over to the 18-year-old Zofia Liederman. Her body and mind have barely begun to heal, and her life is completely shattered. 3 years ago, she and her younger brother, Abek, were the only members of their family to be sent to the right, away from the gas chambers of Auschwitz-Birkenau. Everyone else, her parents, grandmother, radiant Aunt Maja, they went left. Sophia's last words to her brother were a promise. Abek to Sofia, A to Z. When I find you again, we will fill our alphabet. Now her journey to fulfill that vow takes her through Poland and Germany and into a displaced persons camp where everyone she meets is trying to piece together a future from a painful past. Miriam desperately searching for the twin she was separated from after they survived medical experimentation. Brienne, a former heiress who now longs only for a simple wedding with her new fiancé. And Joseph, who guards his past behind a wall of secrets and is beautiful and strange and magnetic all at once. But the deeper Zofia digs, the more impossible her search seems. How can she find one boy in a sea of the missing? In the rubble of a broken continent, Zofia must delve into a mystery whose answers could break her or help her rebuild her world. They Went Left by Monica Hess.